Hello everybody, Epic Mewtwo here. Today we have a little bit of a different video from something that I usually do. We have a little bit of a speculation video. Honestly, it's kind of weird. I did a lot of speculations on my Pokemon channel. You guys know that I've done Pokemon videos on another channel in the past, but I don't really do that much on Dokkan. And I don't know what it was, but this new topic that's kind of been floating around the community today has kind of inspired me to make a video on this. So I guess that's what we're going to do today. Now, I'm going to do something, and there's going to be a tiny little rant right here for a second. This speculation will have spoilers for Dragon Ball Super. You guys already saw the title. I'm not putting spoilers in the title. Today we are going to be talking about what could be in store for the awakening for Ultra Instinct Goku that we currently have in Dokkan Battle. And this video is going to have some spoilers for Dragon Ball Super. And here's why, I kind of titled the video like this and I'm explaining this whole thing. For me, it's really frustrating because, don't get me wrong, I love being part of the Dragon Ball community, but like, it's impossible to avoid spoilers. Like, if you are, in the Dragon Ball community and you're subscribed to different Dragon Ball YouTubers and all this kind of stuff, you can't avoid spoilers for Super, which is very unfortunate, if you're trying to be surprised by every new episode. Most of us in the community, like, at least for me, I've accepted the fact that it's out there. If I get spoiled for a new episode and I haven't even watched it, heck, I'm a couple episodes behind. I need to catch up on Super. But I just kind of have accepted at this point that, I'm going to get spoiled to every new episode. I'll still watch it and enjoy it anyway, because, even if it's a spoiler of just what's going to be in the episode, it's not actually watching the episode. But nonetheless, it's a little bit frustrating for me that, you can't go without seeing spoilers. So for your guys' sake, I'm sure you've already heard of what we're going to cover in this video in terms of the actual spoilers. I'm sure you've seen it on Twitter. I'm sure you've seen like YouTube thumbnails and videos about it. But for me, I'm going to do what I can to not spoil you guys unless you want to be spoiled for Super. So I'm going to be talking about the Dokkan Awakening for Ultra Instinct Goku, or what, I'm speculating for it anyway. And it's going to have... I goofed. I don't know what I was trying to say there. I was trying to say spoilers, but I don't know what my brain was putting to my mouth. Anyhow, I'm going to show you some spoilers for Super here. So if you don't want to be spoiled, leave now. You can leave the video. This is the one video I'm giving you permission. You can hop up on out of here. And you don't have to watch this one until this actually happens in the episode. This is, again, I'm just doing this because, since I have control of this channel and I have the ability to control if you guys see the spoilers or not, if you want to, I'm going to give you the option. So, right now, we're going to hop into the spoilers. Last chance, if you don't want to see them, hop on out of here. Otherwise, we're going to give this a look. Now, I usually don't cover news like this, but I'm only covering it because I'm relating it back to Dokkan Battle. If you guys don't know, let's actually look at this image here. Goku was announced in the newest V-Jump to have a brand new form. By the way, all of these images are from this Twitter account here. I don't know how to say it. I'm not even trying to butcher it, but I'll put the link in the description to it. There's a lot of accounts on Twitter like Kenzairo and all them who translate this kind of stuff. I've actually never seen this account before. I'm not even following this guy, as you can see here, but thank you for these images either way. So this is from the new V-Jump scan. All of these are, but we're going to take a look at this one specifically. If you guys don't know, this is Goku's new form. So this is going to be like Mastered Ultra Instinct is what this is, and this is going to appear in the anime. Now you're probably wondering what's kind of the difference in the pictures here. Apparently this design right here, the top one, was drawn by Toriyama himself, and this is what he submitted for, the Mastered Ultra Instinct to look like. I know it just kind of looks like a Super Saiyan God recolor, but it's Toriyama, it's his work, he can do whatever the heck he wants. So this is what it's going to actually look like in the anime. Maybe this was Toei's decision to kind of, change it up a little bit. If you don't know, Toei is the people who, did I say Toei? I meant to say Toei is the people who produce Dragon Ball Super, and I guess that was probably their decision. Of course, that's just an assumption. assumption on my part. I'm only, you know, I only know for a fact that that was made by Toriyama up there. But this is what it's going to look like in the anime, with kind of the more Ultra Instinct hair, you know, and it's going to be like silvery. Some people are saying it's white. I think it looks a little bit more silvery. You know, it's kind of got those gray tones. Of course, we'll have to wait until we actually see it in action in the anime. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the form personally, but I know you don't care what I have to say about Dragon Ball Super. I know you're here to hear my opinions on Dokkan Battle, so that's what I'm going to give you. The only reason I bring this up, and we'll actually look at the other images here. This is from Dragon Ball Heroes, if you guys don't know. This is a arcade game in Japan, and as you guys can see, the new form is showcased here, as well as Beat and Note are getting Super Saiyan Blue, so that's pretty dope. If you keep up with Dragon Ball Heroes. Oh, look, there's Mass Saiyan. Cool. But yeah. And then this is the toy line. I really like this figure, by the way. I honestly wasn't so hooked on this form, and then I saw the figure, and I'm like, alright, I'm sold. I'm a big sucker when it comes to figures. But either way, this is pretty dope. I really like these figures. And these is just these. What is up with my speech today? This is just like a new figure line they're coming out with. Ooh, look at those mugs and stickers and stuff. Let's not get off track though here. This is just a new figure line they're coming out with. I think this will be like you can change his head. This Goku, these three here. And of course they got the new Rose there. I would love to get that figure. If you guys know how to get these figures, I know that there's different ways you can get Japanese stuff imported, but if I could find a way to get that, I'd probably end up picking that up. I have a couple sources. I might check it out. But either way, enough about me nerding out about figures. I'm a big figure collector, if you guys don't know. This is what I'm assuming is going to be the awakening for UI Goku. Now, there's a couple of things that go into this, right? One, some people are speculating that this could be, you know, like for Dokkan Battle. Now we're going to talk about Dokkan Battle specifically. You know, that we could literally get this as a new card, and then the old UI Goku, that being the int one we have right here, that he gets a Dokkan Awakening then. And so then this would be a new card, whether that's, you know, another, I'll call it base form UI Goku for the sake of the video, but just know I'm talking about the black-haired Goku, since this is like mastered UI Goku. But the base form UI Goku, the int one that we have right now, he will get a Dokkan Awakening. I'm thinking into this guy, and people are speculating that this guy will get his own card. Now, whether, again, that's the base form Goku or not, Dokkan Awakens into this guy, and that's a whole new card, or whether this guy is just his own card and there's no awakening at all, is a different story. You know, they could totally do that. You know, that would make sense. You know, there's been Dokkan Fests in the past where, you know, like they awaken from one form to another, and there's also been ones, you know, where it's the same form, but, you know, just like the card is more powerful. I could see them doing either, honestly. I kind of get the feeling that, see, I don't know, for some reason I'm getting like a gut feeling that they're not going to make this a new card, and they're just going to re-release the Ultra Instinct banner with this guy on it, and of course announce that he can now Dokkan Awaken. But in my mind too, it would be more, because, you know, Bandai is a business, you know, they are about making money. You know, it would make more sense to have a Dokkan Fest with this guy, you know, and then have him, you know, just, that's the card that you get, him as the SSR, and then he Dokkan Awakens into the same form, the white-haired UI Goku here, and then they put this UI Goku on the banner as well. That would make more sense from a money perspective, and that might be very well what they do. But right now, we're going to specifically talk about this Goku here, and that being the int one here, and what I think he's gonna get. So obviously the art, you know, maybe this is what they were waiting for the whole time. You know, the companies that make all the different kinds of Dragon Ball merchandise, that being, you know, video games, figures, you know, all that kind of stuff, they have some of this information prior. Obviously they have a lot of it prior to when it actually like airs in the anime, you know, so they can prepare for it. Obviously, you know, when UI Goku dropped on JP, like on the night that the form was first showcased, obviously Bandai knew about, or Akatsuki, whoever, you know, that would be, because, you know, Bandai and Akatsuki are the people. Well, Akatsuki makes the game and Bandai is like, I don't know how that relationship works, but either way, they're the companies that run the game nonetheless. And, you know, obviously they knew about this long before it aired in the anime. Obviously, they wouldn't have been able to prepare for it otherwise. So, you know, obviously they knew about this a while ago. We're just finding out about this today, and I'm sure that they have something prepared. So that being said too, if you are a JP player, because I'm sure that this won't come out on Global the night that it comes out in the anime, because I think it's going to be in next week's episode. I haven't heard anything about the new form, the white-haired UI Goku, being in this week's episode, which is actually airing. It might be airing right now in Japan, I'm not sure, but it's airing tonight either way, when this video is being recorded. So nonetheless, I would get your zones ready, just in case they do decide to drop a banner like that, because like the original UI Goku came with no warning. He just dropped when he came out. So we're like, we're keeping our stones safe and tucked away just in case they drop it out of nowhere, because that could definitely happen. You know, the LR banners are coming up on JP as well, but that's a whole different topic. But just be aware that the new Goku, this guy, could drop, you know, as a new card at any time, you know, when the new episodes come out, because this guy dropped like an hour, I think, after the episode aired or something like that. It was pretty quick. But anyway, let's actually talk about the main topic of this video. It's good. It's still not like, I'm not like trying to buffer for time or anything. I'm just trying to get all my thoughts out there. And you know, like this video is just kind of be a culmination of all my thoughts about this form and Dokkan battle together. But for the Dokkan Awakening for this guy, how I think it'll go, whether or not they release, you know, the white-haired UI Goku on his own as his own SSR that goes into TUR, I will think that we'll get a Dokkan event for UI Goku, you know, whether that is the white-haired Goku. Well, I'm assuming that's what it'll be, because again, I'm assuming this guy will Dokkan Awaken into the white-haired Goku, and then he'll awaken from those medals. That is my assumption here. So that's what I think it's gonna be. But in terms of like everything that we got here, in terms of like what we know about the card already, now I'm not one guy to speculate on numbers usually, but I am gonna do a little bit of it here, kind of gonna throw my hat in the ring. So let's talk about this. So obviously UI Goku is the Realm of Gods category lead, Ki +2 HP and attack 120%. When he dropped, you know, everyone was like, man, this is kind of weird that he doesn't have Awakening. You know, they were thinking that it was going to come out within a matter of days, and here we are months later. The leader skill is definitely incomplete for, you know, a card of his caliber. He's a Dokkan Fest exclusive, all that kind of stuff. And, you know, like most of like the big Dokkan Fest exclusive cards have +3 Ki, and obviously these days they're over 120%. You know, the 120 era was kind of the last era in terms of summons anyway, for, you know, the main featured card on the banner. Obviously those teams are still relevant today, but nonetheless you get my point. So his leader skill seemed kind of incomplete. I'm thinking that he's just going to end up being a 150 lead, so that he'll be 3 Ki and HP attack and defense plus 150% to Realm of Gods. I think that's a fair assumption to make. You know, we've been having leaders all over the place, you know, 170 and 120 and so forth, and, you know, different like values for the different HP attack and defense. And but I think obviously they should keep the leader skill in the same in terms of like what gets boosted here. So I think it is going to be +2 Ki and 150%. I would be surprised if it gets up to 170 for everything, but it could happen. You never know. But either way, the super attack will probably stay the same, I think. You know, it should be relatively the same. If not, it gets a little bit of a buff, but I don't think that's going to get too many major changes. It could, but I'm not really sure what that would be. But as passive though, of course right now is attack and defense plus 70%, plus an additional 3 Ki and 70 attack percent, of course, and a high chance to evade enemies attack for 7 turns when HP is 50% or below once only. So let's see. So we got the plus additional attack and defense 70%, plus an additional 3 Ki and attack plus 70% on the passive skill, and a high chance to evade an enemy's attack for 7 turns when HP is 50% or below once only. So I'm assuming that I don't have UI Goku, which is kind of unfortunate, but I'm thinking that, you know, does he dodge more than once? I'm pretty sure he does. I think they're talking about the boost is once only, so like after the 7 turns is up, you're just kind of, you know, the passive isn't going to go off anymore. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Almost positive, in fact. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below. But I think that they're going to give that a little bit of a boost. It should go up to maybe like 100%. Something like that. I think that the 3 key will stay the same. I would honestly be surprised if they boost it up to like 4 key or 5 key even. I think it'll probably stay 3 key, but maybe they'll boost the passive a little bit. Maybe they'll give it a bigger turn buff. I could definitely see them turning it into 8 turns instead of just 7. And then like maybe 100% boost. Maybe that's a little bit too much. I don't know. But I think it's safe to say that maybe 8 turns and 100% boost could definitely be what this guy turns into. He would definitely be even more of a powerhouse than he already is. And he's pretty good now, even without his Dokkan Awakening. But nonetheless, think that's what we got here. The links, of course, maybe he'll gain you know, some Dokkan Awakening links, that type of stuff, but it should stay relatively the same. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I know this was a little bit of a different. Usually I don't kind of speculate. I think I've done 1 or 2 of these before, but not too much. But either way, I'm just kind of like, I'm in deep thought about this now. I don't know. I guess that's how I think it's going to end up. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Of course, what do you think about the new form as well? Since I am trying to keep this spoiler free, just kind of give me your thoughts on, well, actually, you know what? Maybe don't do that, because then the comments will be turned into like spoilers, you know what I mean? But let me know what you're speculating for, you know, what he'll get in terms of boosts with his Dokkan Awakening, because that's not really any spoilers, that's just speculation, and we're not talking about his new form, we're just talking about the card specifically. But either way, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section below. I will do more videos like this in the future if you guys want me to. You know, sometimes there's not really like stuff to too much speculate on in Dokkan, like sometimes there is, but this is kind of a rare occasion, you know, that we have a Dokkan Fest exclusive that goes this long without a awakening. But you know, it definitely seems like they're waiting for this new form to drop. You know, that kind of seems like the logical conclusion to why they've waited this long. Kefla, I have no idea. She's another video if you guys want me to make that. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one. I think you two out. Peace.